Good morning. It is Friday. No, it is Saturday, and I'm gonna vlog today. It's like 8:30, 8:45. Usually Phoenix is asleep in like 3 stretches where he'll like sleep, get up and feed, sleep, get up and feed, and sleep. And I usually sleep with him the whole time, so that's his overnight sleep schedule. And we went to sleep last night. He was up until midnight, and then we got up at 3 and 8, and then he got up at 6 and 8, and then he just got up now and 8. I'm thinking he'll sleep until 10 or 11, and usually I stay in bed with him, but I didn't. This time I decided to get up, have my coffee, and do some writing because I'm in serious need of some writing just to kind of process some of the things I've been going through. Some of the experiences I've been having this week have been challenging, and I didn't vlog, although I would have liked to, because that's the idea, right, is to show everything, you know, the good and the bad and the struggles. But I was feeling kind of fragile and very emotional, and I just thought it'd be better if I regained some stability and process some of the things I was going through and then share. I'm gonna do some writing this morning, be it that Phoenix stays sleeping. And yeah, we have a big day kind of planned, big day for us. We're going to the farmer's market, and I got a couple of Facebook Marketplace purchases I have to pick up. I got Phoenix some shoes and a couple onesies, long sleeve onesies. And I have some seedlings that have sprouted that really need to be put in the ground already because we're gonna lose them if I don't. That's today so far on the agenda. Andrew's home, he's technically off, so him and I are rotating Phoenix care. So yeah, we'll see what we can get done today. And yeah, I'll be vlogging throughout the day, so you'll get to see some stuff. Market, and I'm sitting in the front seat, which we both haven't sat in the front seat in a while since that infamous Tuesday drive down to North Vancouver. But we installed a mirror, so now we can see Phoenix in the back seat. So we assumed we don't have to sit back there. I don't know, what's the rules about sitting in the back seat with your kids? Anyways, we're going to the farmer's market. Gonna pick up some eggs.
Gotta turn that music off, it's copyright, boost. Some
produce. Oopsies. I don't know, I'm new to this YouTube thing.
No, you're not.
I know, I've had a channel since 2009.
New to what? You're not new to it.
I am new to it. I'm new to taking it seriously, I guess.
Why is it you're filming your glasses down? Where's the top of your head?
There we go.
You need to tilt the camera.
Okay, my videographer lesson number 1 by Sir Andrew Gable. I don't really have anything to say here, so bye! Parallel Parker of the Year.
I'm just, it's not, it's the car. It's the car.
Amateur vlogger here. Battery's about to die. Okay, so we got some eggs, some shiitake mushrooms, sleeping baby, spinach, kale, and some locally sourced ling cod. So Andrew has got Phoenix and I have a little window of a moment to get my seedlings in the ground. It's so nice out today, and those seedlings I don't think are gonna last much longer in their little pots, so I gotta put them into our bed. Heading to the grocery store because I am making dinner tonight, which is kind of exciting because I haven't done like a real fancy dinner in a while, and it's not super fancy, but we got some shiitake mushrooms from the farmer's market today, so we're making a shiitake mushroom spinach caramelized onion alfredo pasta. So that should be yummy. So I need a couple things from the grocery store. I'm also picking up a couple of onesies for Phoenix that I got from the Facebook Marketplace. And then I'm picking up Hazel. She is at a ranch in town. It's for dogs. She goes for 3 hours. The guy's got like 5 acres of land that are like fenced in, and you can just go and drop your dog off for a few hours and they just like hang out and play. The training is based on the concept of like they train themselves within a pack. Andrew's home with Phoenix, and yeah, I'm eating a nectarine. A couple of things I wanted to mention about the whole breastfeeding point. I'm still kind of walking through that process. But in my writing this morning, I noticed that one of the points that really has a lot of the emotion around it is that the breastfeeding was like this special thing that only him and I could do. And so it was like within being able to breastfeed, I felt like I was important and I mattered to this person, to Phoenix. I mattered, I was special, I was needed, I was worthy, I was, you know, accepted, I was loved, I was worth something, I was needed by someone, I was, you know, I mattered. And so not being able to breastfeed, now all of a sudden I feel like it was like, because I haven't established those aspects within myself, you know, like purpose or love or acceptance or worthiness or like value, my own self-value, because I haven't lived that for myself yet, I needed to find it externally, and I happened to place that in breastfeeding with Phoenix, where I was looking at it like, this is where I'm gonna find my purpose, this is where I'm gonna find my uniqueness and my specialness, because no one else can breastfeed him, you know, even though other women could. So but it was like the breastfeeding was like this thing that only I could do for Phoenix, and him and I would then have a special connection, and I would have a special role in his life. Whereas if I'm not breastfeeding, then all of a sudden I become irrelevant. Like that was kind of the experience. So that kind of aspect held a lot of the emotion I was experiencing this past week. I think I mentioned, you know, Phoenix stopped taking the breast. I'm now looking at the point of stopping pumping, because I collect maybe 50 milliliters every 5 days. It's become so negligible what I'm able to collect, and part of me thinks, well, maybe he needs even just that, even just a little bit, where it's like my milk is designed specifically for him and it's a link to me and it's a link to our environment, you know, maybe he needs that. And so I'm like kind of holding on to that point of breastfeeding or pumping, thinking, you know, that it's needed. But part of me now is looking at letting that go. Letting go of pumping, letting go of breastfeeding. You know, he gets his breast milk from donor milk, from the bottle. Like, he's good, he's thriving, he's gaining weight, he's healthy. So I've been looking now also the last few days, stopping pumping, which has also triggered more emotion, because it's like really, really bringing an end to all of it. You know, it's like, okay, he's not maybe taking the breast anymore, but now I'm thinking about stopping giving him my milk completely. And so it's been really hard. It's been really challenging. The writing this morning was helpful. I scheduled a quantum change kinesiology appointment with Kim Emmerett, who I featured previously on my channel. She's a practitioner with Space of Grace, and I previously got a color reading from her when I featured her on my channel, but this time I'm doing a quantum kinesiology session with her about this point to understand what is insufficient glandular tissue, why does it exist, why does it exist for me, what is the purpose of it for my process, and then also we're going to look at why Phoenix deliberately or specifically stopped taking the breast this week. And I will say he hasn't stopped taking it completely. If he has had food and he's looking just more for nurture, he will take it. Like at night when we're going to bed, he'll take it to go to sleep, which is lovely. It's really nice. I really enjoy that, and I'm glad he's doing that. Or like if he's filled after feeding and still kind of wants to nurse, but he's just too full, then he'll take the breast for a little bit. So it's not like he's not taking it at all. It's just for the feedings he stopped taking it. And we haven't had any like really long sessions breastfeeding or anything. So that's kind of where we're at now. I'm getting to the grocery store and I have just a few seconds left on my video, so I will check in later. Okay, we got Hazel. Did you have fun at the ranch? You had fun at the ranch? Oh, good girl. You had fun. Yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, next we're gonna pick up our onesies. Okay? Come kiss. Thank you. Hey y'all, so I didn't get an update yesterday. Well, it's the next day, so I didn't do an update the rest of the day. Just cause, you know, I made dinner and Andrew and I ate, and then, you know, it had been a tough week emotionally for me. I think I just explained it. I'm not sure if I did, but essentially Phoenix stopped taking the breast, which I did talk about. He still takes it for nursing to sleep, which is great. I'm pretty sure I talked about that. But this week I was also looking at not stopping pumping, which I think I also talked about. I'm not sure, but I've been pumping since he's been born, and I collect such a small amount for the amount of time I put in each day, that the point was kind of coming up of it's not really practical anymore. It's not really making a difference. It doesn't really, you know, if I were to stop pumping, he wouldn't go without. Like, he is 100% on donor breast milk. So, and the pumping was like me still holding on to this point, not wanting this point to end in terms of him getting my milk, him feeding off of me, you know? And so a few things have been said about it this week, but more specifically and I could see I was holding on to the point. I could see that it was like I didn't want to let this go, because the idea of letting it go made me very sad. And I was talking to my mother-in-law yesterday, and she mentioned, you know, I told her I was looking at maybe stopping pumping, and she was like, well, I hope that it helps you to move on, which was kind of like, oh, right. I'm kind of not allowing myself to really face this point of like stopping pumping, because like the stopping pumping is like, I feel like I'm letting my supply dry up, and any option to further breastfeed him will be taken off the table. You know, it's like putting the nail in the coffin kind of thing, and it's a fear. I have a fear of that. And so yeah, it took me a while to get self-honest about the experience and why I was still pumping. And, you know, I just, as scary as it is for me, I was like, you know what, it's not practical. And I mentioned this in my breastfeeding journey vlog, that, you know, I'm all about simplicity, I'm all about practicality, and it's not physically practical. Like, it takes up time. I don't produce that much, you know, it's a stressor for me. Like, it causes stress, and it's keeping me in the state of like holding on to this point because I'm afraid to let go of it, or I'm sad about letting go of it, you know. Whereas if I just stop and put it to rest, I'm putting it to rest. I'm letting myself let it go, you know? So I was looking at it last night on a walk with the dog, and I was like, it's like a fear. I'm afraid to stop pumping. And, you know, I'm all about facing fears and seeing who I am without it. And so I was like, hey, I gotta let this point go. And not long after I made the decision to stop pumping, I thought about all the other things I could do with that time that I am trying to pump each day. Like, for instance, yoga. You know, I was doing yoga for a little bit, but then it became hard to find the time to do that because I always wanted to pump, you know? And I miss yoga, and it's helpful in so many more ways than I think breastfeeding or breast pumping is. So I made that decision. Me and my partner had a good chat yesterday. You know, I was kind of emotional this week, and so I was taking out some of my frustrations out on him. And we were due for a chat, just like a recheck-in and where we're at, and, you know, taking responsibility for ourselves, forgiving ourselves and each other, and just kind of reconnecting. And so that's what we did last night. And yeah, so today I'm returning. Me and Hazel are on our way to return the breast pump because we have had it, we've been renting it from a local pharmacy in town for $4 a day, and I've had it for about 2 months, so you do the math. So I'm returning that. I'm going to make my second attempt to pick up those onesies because yesterday was not successful. I ended up pulling up in the back of their house, and anyways, so that's the update. That's where we're at. I just finished editing my breastfeeding journey vlog, which I'm so excited for because I've been working on it for like 3 weeks, and I think I'll be able to publish today. And I'll have to record an update because there's more to the story now, which I've kind of given bits and pieces here and there in these vlogs, but I think another continuation vlog would be good just to close out the story. Yeah, so that's what we're doing now. Andrew and Phoenix are at home making pancakes, and me and Hazel are doing some errands, and it's a rainy Sunday. So that's it. I don't know if I'll do another check-in today or update, but this is just to follow up from yesterday. So if I don't see ya, thanks for watching and for walking with, and I'll see you guys next time.